Hello. Welcome. How is everybody doing? I hope that you're all having a good start to your week and that things are going well for you. Let's see. I see Neogets. Hi, Neogets. Detective Zen. Elixir, who's making pasta for the entire crew. Can't chant in Sennaar, so chants in Comic Sans instead. Okay. Hi, Puddle Glum. Elixir has not yet figured out how to move pasta through the internet. You have to use string theory if it's spaghetti. Coiled wires only accept fusilli. Oh dear. Detective Zen, I see you there. Puddleglum, Neoguts, everybody. Hi, everybody. Oh, you had a bank holiday today. We have what would be termed a bank holiday if we used that term next Monday. We just call it a holiday. Next Monday is Labor Day in the United States, which capitalism decided was a reason for sales to get more people to go out and buy things instead of encouraging people to stay home and not make other people work. Sorry. Getting food from your replicator. See, I was asked today what I wanted to do to celebrate Labor Day weekend, and I've never really done anything for Labor Day because I always assumed that what you do on Labor Day is stay home and do nothing that will require someone else to work. That always just seemed like the right answer to me, but I don't know. What do other people do for Labor Day? Do people do something for Labor Day? Sorry, I'm still poking at stream setup. How is everybody? Twitch is defaulting you at 360. Ew. The UBS. The USB port is now stuffed with tortellini. Oh dear. Well, if you get enough little little ear pasta or shell pasta, I'm sure that will pay for a new port. I don't know. I tried to go somewhere with it. It didn't. Speaking of money, I went to a body shop to try and get my driver's side door unstuck and was told it would be a messy job and cost around $1,200. Ick. That's not great. I blame Gary too. Also, yes, there are many points owed from Wednesday last. Conch pasta only works on coastal networks. Oh dear. Yep. I like let's see. It is a Monday. It was the you haven't even gotten to Wednesday points yet. Yeah, I know. Those are just for pasta puns. Today was the first day of school. I mean, it was the first day of classes for the students. So it was very busy on campus. And I spent most of the day getting stuff ready for the next 4 Archival Adventures episodes, because I was very far behind. The episodes are supposed to be prepped 5 weeks in advance. That was the timeline I set. But I've been very busy and without an assistant, because I don't have Sterling there to help me anymore. But that's okay, because now I get to just be friends with Sterling, which is something I enjoy. But yeah, so I was prepping, because I didn't even have graphics or anything ready for this Wednesday's episode yet. But now everything's done through the 25th of September. And I've also come up with potential topics for the next 5 streams after that, 5 or 6 after that. So planning is going well. Hi, Matt. The puns have passed away. So yeah, Archival Adventures planning is underway and prep has begun. And Sterling Archer? Does he help you with archives between spy missions? Well, I mean, Sterling, as far as I know, is not an archer, but oh. I never watched Archer. That's a reference to that show, right? It was flying over my head and then fell. I sort of caught on to what you were talking about. But yeah, so tonight I should watch it. I just never have. So last week, what happened? Also, hi, Hannah. What happened? Why did Blue Rooster not have... What? I don't understand. I don't know. I just want to see how it works, or if it does anything. So it's not add pun points, it's just add points. Okay. I made it shorter. Of course I did. Hi, Jade Oak. Indeed, we spun the wheel last week, and this is what spun on the wheel. I didn't mean to spin. I was gonna show anyway. Oh, and there's some streaking happening in the chat. 10 streams without clothes. Amazing. This is what I meant to do. To show the wheel. The wheel that last week we spun and it said Chants of Sennaar. So that's what we're going to play. Also, congratulations, Puddleglum. You've been randomly selected as VIP for the stream. Woo! Item or titles remaining on the wheel include Animal Well, Dream Daddy, Paper Trail, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, Gone Home, Lottle Knots, Botany Manor, Slipstream, Rogue Space, and Venba. So, eventually I will play Dream Daddy. But this week and next week are Chants of Sennaar, because that's what the wheel said. And eventually I will also spin this wheel. And I will begin or resume, as the case may be, a full playthrough of a game. Oh, Wheel of Fate. Oh, Wheel of Fate, spin, spin, spin. Show the game we will play. I wish I could do that. But it really is better to spin for what will be played in future, rather than starting up the stream and then spinning the wheel to see which game we play that week. Which, not out of the realm of possibility. It's just like, I hadn't yet obtained Chants of Sennaar before this past weekend. So when I spun it, I didn't have it. I didn't have it installed. Plus, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes requires additional setup. And an additional person, or so I'm told. Make an executive decision and just play Dream Dead. What do you mean, executive decision? Down in the tags, there's one that's 4 capital letters. Executive decision? Executive? Isn't this a chat of executive dysfunction? Exactly. Honestly, I could, but it's also fun to just let the wheel decide for me. I will say, as I have been taking the break on the weekends and not streaming Saturday or Sunday, I'm starting to miss having a weekend stream. Which is a good thing. Because I was feeling very burnt out. So the fact that I am missing weekend streams is a good thing. You could make an executive decision. Bold of you to assume I have executive functioning. Yeah. Are you the only neurotypical here? I don't know. But it could explain quite a few things, I'm sure. SimSilica, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for the 300 bits. Some days you wonder. I think, Elixir, in your case, you're just consistently overwhelmed with tons and tons of competing priorities in a massive mountain of multiple jobs worth of work that everybody wants you to do immediately. Anybody would start to feel like they had ADHD under those circumstances. Let me actually bring up the game screen. And there it is again. I don't know why it does that, but thanks again for the 300 bits that you threw earlier, SimSilica. I gotta go to 16 things before someone gets mad at you. Where there's a wheel, there's a way. Okay, so I think this was put on because I mentioned enjoying language games and games where like you get to sort of dig in and puzzle out language. I believe that's why this was picked for me, but I don't know for certain because I don't remember who picked it. Oh, there's a EULA. Options. English. What if I just drop the main audio and you let me know if I need to boost audio on the game? Image. All of that is fine. Can you all see the logo on the left here at all? You cannot. How's that? You can see it now? Okay. It shouldn't be like super visible because that's supposed to be like the dim lighting, but this is the thing where you're supposed to adjust it so that you can barely see on the left. And the default is fine for me, but I know that once it goes out on stream, a lot of times it's too dark for you all to see. Who made a mess of your kitchen? I blame your cat. Oh, it was Gary. It's always Gary. All right. How about we start at the very beginning? A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with ABC. When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi. Do, re, mi. The first three notes of the Kodai syllabic system just happen to be do, re, mi. Sorry. There are hand signs that go with the Kodai syllables. It's been forever since I did Kodai hand signs, though. Do, re, mi. I don't remember. Been more than 20 years. And you end with, it's 2 in the morning, quit it with the singing. Click on the background to move. You can also choose to play with a controller. Did I wake up on that slab? Was I laying? It seems very shaped for me. I like the oh, it'll run fast. How do I get rid of the help thing? Okay. I was like, why won't it go away? Oh no, is this Planescapes walking up on slabs? I love, so it's sort of like crosshatched. Well, it's not even crosshatched. It's just diagonal lines for the shading, but I don't know. Actually, all of it has diagonal lines, except for this. Except for the path, but the wall all has diagonal lines. That's interesting. Just got poured out of the mold. You ever have one of those days where you wake up inside a sarcophagus on a pillar surrounded by water? I think this means we need to search for Zelda. I was having the same feeling. I was like, wait, where's Zelda? Do I need to get some pants? Those look like entryways that are currently closed. There's a staircase. Looks like there's a total of 4 entryways, but only one of them is presently open. Yes, Puddleglum. You ever have one of those days where you wake up inside a sarcophagus on a pillar surrounded by water? If so, you may be entitled to compensation. Contact. Oh, I need a scammy sounding lawyer's office. Jump, jump, jump. I can't jump as far as I know. Contact Jones, Smith, and Cheatham. Cheatham, and Take. Is it the vampiric equivalent of a waterbed? So running is a thing. You just click far away and they run. Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe. Thank you, I am Puddleglum. Yes, that is the classic. It was not coming to my brain at the time, but that's really interesting that the car talk lawyers. Yes. Car talk was pretty good. So there's all of these doorways, and yet the actual hallway was not behind one of them. I wonder, as I wander, whether I can click on an item to interact with it. They apparently will not get their feet wet. Well, someone's not getting their deposit back. All right. Let's look at the sign. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. This journal will record all the glyphs you discover. To open it, click on the journal button. You can also open it by clicking directly on a text. When you think you have guessed the meaning of a glyph, you can click on it to note your hypothesis. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like an entire language code breaking game? Like the basic mechanic is language code breaking? Hi, Nauseum. I might be excited. Oh, your friend is about to finish it. Ah, I wish them luck. If only we knew how Rogan felt about this. He is so stone-faced. Huh. It's the combination of the two. So, because this would appear to be like open and close. I'm waiting for the rest of the sentence, unless that was the entire sentence. I think I got it. It's this one. Open. Doors. Close. Maybe, but I don't think that's... I actually don't think that's it, because... yeah, because it's just... it's off and on. Hmm. I, I know this is wrong. Wait. Oh, no. Now it's in this position. Oh. For some reason, I thought that I was misreading the actual positioning of the lever itself. I like to think I'm transitioning well. Then a girl like that walks into the room to cartoon awooga sounds. Oh, nauseum. Sometimes there are just people that, regardless of how you feel about your partner, you see them and the awooga sounds happen. It's like in anime when blood comes shooting out of the guy's nose. It just happens. Without help from Gary, the kitchen is cleaned. Yeah, the... I get confused by the lever all the time. That's why I transitioned. Oh my. Okay, so this is open. This is doors, and this is closed. And that makes much more sense. Because this looks like double doors that are closed. And this is much more of an open symbol. So just pictographically, that makes more sense. I was gonna go with 80s rom-com movies when the song Dreamweaver starts to play. Dreamweaver, ah, I believe I can get you through the night. Whoa, Dreamweaver. It's a good song. I was lucky the dishwasher was clean. Just had to put the contents away to reload. This is the journal where it records the symbols and I can indicate my guess as to what they mean. If needed, use the middle button to reveal all the interactive items in the surroundings. A pulsating white dot indicates items where something is still to be seen or done. Ah. So yeah, we don't want to get our feet wet. Probably don't want to walk around in a wet robe all day. New symbols. Open, open, close, open, close, open. Open, open, close, open, close, open. OOC, OC, OC. 001010. 001010. 0 0 1 0 1 0. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. So that opens that way, but it should also maybe open back here. It does not. Okay. Oh, did I miss? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. I'm so excited. Time to fudge with the aqueduct system. But I don't have any aqueduct tape. Uh-oh. Drag each glyph into the slot that you think matches it. Oh? Oh. If all the glyphs on a double page are correct, they will be definitively validated. So it could still be open or closed. The aqueducts spent a long time perfecting their system. Close. Open, but it could be lock and unlock, which I wasn't thinking. I guess it is open and close. The more glyphs you translate, the better you will understand your interlocutors. If you haven't figured out the meaning of a glyph yet, or don't have enough slots in your journal, keep looking around. So I'm uncertain whether when it definitively validated, it took the word that I put in there and locked it in. So if it had been lock and unlock, would it have corrected to those? Because I had open and close, I'm uncertain. I'm sure I'll figure it out. I am Puddleglum. I'm just wondering out loud. I can't open these doors. Okay. This is a very aqueducty place. These people really wanted to process this water. They hired a terrible architect for this building. Why do you have to cut off half the water to this building just to get to that door? I mean, they apparently hired an aquitect instead of an architect. Oh, I shall self-care. Oh no, it's another person. Do they like me or not? They're talking to me in symbols. What do aqua-colored ducks know about urban planning? More than the people who planned where I live. All right. This is what happens when you go with MC Escher for your building designs. Honestly, that would be pretty. So it was followed by a bow. Everyone knows the red ducks study engineering. What about the gooey ducks? I really don't feel like I have enough to go on. I'm gonna guess that that's a hello or a greeting. But so this, it could be like, how are you? Or good day, or I mean, it could be any number of things, but it was followed by a bow. pretty full of stairs. So you take the good with the bad. The GUI ducks? Yes. The GUI ducks study end user use cases. um, Something open door. Well, now what are you gonna do? Oh. So how are people supposed to get around in this building if only one of them is here? Well, so while I look at it, like it really seems like people could get around really easily by just not being afraid of getting their feet wet on these little stairs here. But please, something. I don't know. You mean actually touching water? Ew. Okay, so I think this is please. And then I think that was please go upstairs. Oh. We're at this point. Hi. Go. And come. You and me? Apparently that was not correct. Next, you're gonna suggest it's safe to touch grass. I have no idea. I have completely messed up, apparently. I thought I had sort of worked out what these things were, but like that was the greeting. Where did you get that hat? This is like go, and this is like, or this could be like you and me, but I don't think I have those.
Hey.
Oh, wait. It's not please. He was not being polite at all. It's you open door. It's you and me. Hi, Caden. Greetings, you, me. All right. So it was not please. It was you open door. How rude. We aren't polite here, apparently.
Oh.
It makes you jump when I say it. Oh dear. You close the door.
Oh.
So it's not go upstairs. It's you stairs. It's just stairs. It's your turn on the stairs. You, me, and Caden coming soon to HBO. Oh, that sounds too wholesome to be HBO. Since HBO is all about you know, brogramming now. It's Sterling. Better late than pregnant is what I say. Hi, Sterling. If anybody hasn't been paying attention, Sterling is one of my favorite people. That okay. If I close this, oh gosh, I didn't update any of the commands for Mystery Mischief Monday. So there's no, I haven't updated the command about like what the game is. I didn't get to that today. Sorry. Oh, the #1 ladies detective agency was amazing. But HBO, when they rebranded to Max for their streaming thingy, they dumped everything that wasn't programming, which is why after they had bought the entire back catalog of Sesame Street, suddenly Sesame Street was no longer something you could view. Did I do that wrong? Like they took it down because it wasn't programming. It didn't fit their new branding. The rebranding to Max was second only to Twitter's rebrand to X in puzzling marketing decisions. Indeed. Okay, that does nothing. I am somewhat befuddled. But I will figure this out. Oh! Of course. That makes way too much sense. Yeah, it's a puzzle. It's like a puzzle? Ugh. You're so demanding. You person who is telling me what to do instead of asking for assistance. So many neo-gates. You did that thing with your brain where the things are put together. Yep. Goodbye. But that was greetings. But now it's also goodbye. Oh, okay, so it's like aloha. That's the thanks you get. Ooh. Interesting. Why is there a spinning dodecahedron that plays a holographic ghost of the character plot? Why shouldn't there be? Ooh, this is pretty. I might have scared Sterling away by telling everybody that he's one of my favorite persons. The person in the hat left their ghost behind. What else do you want? All right, we got some new symbols. Also, Sterling might be just like, you're still on Zoom? Oh, wow. Now I feel even more special. I love that for you. All right. What are they trying to communicate? I honestly have no idea at the moment. I will need more clues. It's something about growing. Either that or the damn sun throws laser beams at things. Be careful. A field full of thumbs had pasta thrown at them by the sun. I'm good at this mural interpretation thing. The sun is a deadly laser. Yes, Shadows. Shadows, that is exactly what I was thinking. The sun is a deadly laser. There's a heart in the sky. There just is. Don't ask why. It's the sky. Beware of the sun's rays. Hide your eyes. Oh, these are people. Worship the D4. Okay, these are people. There's the... Huh. Oh my gosh! We're being rated by math! Hi, Obi. Hello, everybody from the Ensimplex Pachinko channel. And Stucky, thank you for the follow. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. You're also wearing a Yorkshire flat cap. I have no idea what the what it captioned it as, but oh dear. Hi, welcome everybody. E to the 2I pi. Welcome. Hi. Yeah, welcome. I am Rogan27. This is my channel. This is Monday night, which is the night that I do gaming, and right now we're playing a game called Chants of Sennaar. That basically is a decipher an unknown language game. Which is the perfect kind of game for me. I'm very happy. And I also, aside from gaming on Wednesdays, I do a stream from Special Collections and University Archives at Virginia Tech, where I work, and basically do unboxing of archival materials. And we just look at stuff from the archives, and most often I've never seen it before, and we learn about it together. So that's the thing that I do. But yeah, welcome everybody. How was your stream? And if anybody here is not following Ensimplex Pachinko, I would encourage you to do so. Learn some math. Okay, so we've got, I'm guessing that this symbol is gonna be like deity or god of some sort. So I can put in guesses, and if I hover over where I've had a guess, it will italicize. And if it's a word I already know and I hover over, it'll just be straight text instead of italics. Wait, what? What did I used to not see before? The sign? I don't know. The sun stole the Easter Island statues and refused to their kite and refused to return it. Seems good. Did a differential equations class. And then some random mathy stuff for the last half. I enjoy watching people do math. I actually enjoyed algebra. It's just that I did not enjoy math classes in school because they wanted me to do things in my head and I couldn't. And I got in lots and lots and lots. Oh gosh, we've got an ad break. The materials before the Archival Adventure stream. Oh, used to not see it before. Yes. Who was supposed to warn me? I'm supposed to get a sound that tells me, hey, ad break is gonna start. But I did not. So now I'm just paused because half the people here can't or are getting an ad instead. But it's supposed to play a sound for me. What happened? It somehow turned off all of the things where it was supposed to notify me that an ad break was about to start. That's lovely. I wonder if that's because on Wednesdays I turn off the automated ads and just... Huh. Silence? Silence tends to be an absence of sound. I'm not sure that counts as a sound. Yes. I'm just waiting for the ad break to finish before I continue the sentiment that I was conveying. Okay, the ad break should be over now. And what I was saying was, like, I loved algebra. I struggled with geometry, but that was mostly the professor couldn't answer my questions, either that or I just had too many questions, and the professor or the teacher, my geometry teacher, I didn't understand proofs. I didn't understand why I needed to prove something on my own when the proof was in my textbook. We weren't allowed to create, like, we couldn't just copy the one out of the textbook. We had to come up with one on our own. And the teacher just never would explain to me why it was necessary. And yeah, I didn't do well in that class because I refused to do it. Which, looking back, definitely was my ADHD with the my neurodivergence and needing to have an explanation as to why. I needed a good answer as to why. And since they couldn't give me one, I just didn't do it. I had a D in geometry. Not because I was bad at geometry, but because I refused to do things like come up with new ways to prove something that was already proved and that the answer was sitting there in my textbook. I don't know why you got deleted, but developed bespoke varieties of silence, such as, anyway. Home economics would be better for you since the proof is in the pudding. Yeah, too many dots. Needing a Y gave me a lot of troubles in doing stupid classwork. Yes. Now, the thing is, I loved chemistry class. I didn't so much enjoy, like, the actual lab portion of chemistry class where we had to go into the lab and use the beakers and mess with the chemicals. But I loved the part of chemistry that was calculation. I loved working out chemical formulas and doing the math part of chemistry. And I was really good at it. I helped other people in my class that just couldn't get their head around it to figure it out. But I never went past Algebra 2 because um, from elementary school, like way back when I was learning multiplication tables in elementary school in 3rd grade, um, I would get in trouble for not doing it in my head. And like literally a thing that happened in 3rd grade in elementary school, we all had to stand up, whole class, and they went around the room and you had to answer just simple multiplication. What is X times Y? And you had to do it immediately. And so it wasn't in sequence, so you couldn't calculate ahead of time. And it wasn't, but it was, they wanted an answer right away. And it was, you were supposed to do it in your head. And I couldn't do it. Like literally the entire class, once you answered one correctly, you got to sit down. And I was always the last one because I couldn't do it in my head, which I now suspect possibly has something to do with aphantasia and the fact that I do not see pictures in my head and therefore can't picture the equation in my head. Basically, I used to get in trouble for counting on my fingers all the time. And then I, at one point, just would put dots around a number with my pencil so that I wasn't counting on my fingers, but the little dots, then there was something for me. But then they figured out what I was doing and I got in trouble for that too. And it made me hate math. Not because I hated math, but because I couldn't do it as fast as they wanted me to, and I couldn't just work it out in my head. I needed to have something to write on. I needed scratch paper. I needed to be able to use the dots, use my fingers, do whatever. And physically had to have the fingers. Like I couldn't just picture my hand and count imaginary fingers in my head. If I'd been able to do that, but no. And so, yeah, I couldn't do arithmetic. I hated arithmetic, but only because it was not something that I could do the way they wanted me to do it. It wasn't that I couldn't do it. And the half the thing that they would always say was, well, you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket every day. Like, you're not always going to have a calculator with you. Well, here we are, and if I need some quick arithmetic done, I have a number of devices around me all the time that can do the arithmetic for me. Complex math I enjoy. I loved algebraic equations. I loved stuff like that. But then by the time I was getting to the point where I would have been moving on into stuff like trigonometry, I had been basically pushed away from maths so much over the course of my education that I went for language arts, language stuff, and theatrical stuff instead, and ended up just not going further with math because I didn't have to. A one-size-fits-all attitude that causes harm. Yes, because it was something I loved math. I loved math and physics. And the teachers and the way they taught math and physics made me hate those subjects, even though those are subjects I adored. I also, same thing with history. History class, for me, the one that sticks out was 11th grade US history. And it was the teacher for that class was, I'm going to say his name, Mr. Bunn. And he insisted that everyone in class be called Mr. or Ms. and their last name. So you didn't get, you couldn't provide any feedback on what you wanted to be called. You were Mr. or Ms. and your last name. And that class was entirely about rote memorization of dates and names. And because of that class, I had it in my head that history was all about dates and names, and I could never remember them. So but when I reframed history as for myself, like I'm an archivist. I work with history stuff all the time. Um, it took reframing it and seeing it as wait, history is stories. Those names and dates, yeah, okay, gives you a sense of who and when something happened, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the story of what happened. And based on the evidence that we have, a story is told. And then somebody comes along later and sees the same evidence and might interpret it differently and give a slightly different story. And looking at history as the story entirely changed the discipline of history for me. I had a calculator watch Shadows of Life. I had like an 80s, 90s calculator watch. List all presidents in order. List party with, yeah, no, I could never have done that. Analyzing English and having to try and explain what the author's intent was, and I'm like, they were telling a story. I did not do very good at that part. Names and dates are the pins in the corkboard of big conspiracies, which isn't super interesting without the red string of the story. Exactly. It's all about the story. And the thing is, if you teach the story makes it easier to remember the names and dates. If you only teach the names and dates, they're easy to forget. But if you teach the story, the names and dates become anchor points for the story and you remember them better. Taught us what they were actually marking instead of focusing on the questions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, without the story, it's arbitrary. With the story, it's got a context to it, which if you've ever heard of the Myers-Briggs Strengths Finder thing, one of my top 5 themes is context. Yes, make the facts entertaining so they will be retained longer. Also, I got completely distracted from the game and translating the language, but I was enjoying the conversation. Why? Game? Okay, so we've got person shape. This person has an equal sign on their head. This person has a half circle. But this person has the, like, why do they have, like, children's wooden blocks on their heads? To be slightly fair to English teachers, the what do the blue curtains mean is more about media literacy, a thing that's deeply needed. This is true, Pretty Rich Tree. Although, when I was taking my 1 semester of German in college, and our final exam was film analysis of the movie Das Boot, that was frustrating. Because the questions we had to answer, half the questions on the exam were about things that were entirely film analysis, and we answered them in English. because we didn't have enough German. It was the first semester of German. We didn't have enough of the language to be able to answer those kinds of questions. But talking about why the director chose to use the lighting that they chose to use has nothing to do with the language. And we hadn't been taught any film analysis in that class. I was very mad after that exam. The sun seemed to have turned into a kaiju and is now attacking everybody. Wait, where's this symbol? I am very... Okay, so that's that. Okay, these are just getting more confusing to me. I feel like at this point I should have a good idea of what this means, but I don't. People? Let's go back to the first one. Okay, so these are people. I was not understanding that those were people the first time that we saw this. Wait, what? All the blocks go in the square hole. All the blocks do go in the square hole. I love that video. I love it because it is a correct answer. There's nothing wrong with putting all the blocks through the square hole. Except that that's not what a neurotypical brain will do. But not everybody thinks the same way. I love that video because it illustrates that people see things differently. Okay, so all these people, they're like bowed down. Sun. All right, I think that this is something like person. Deity. We don't... I thought I had help, but we didn't have help, right? I've got two possible candidates for help. But I don't know that that's what this is actually conveying. Deity, people. It could be bless. That's true. Again, with the people. Oh. I like this more as bless. That's a good... I think these are priests. Because these are people, and this is like person with part of the deity symbol, so I think it's priest. Or religious leader, or shaman, or something. Hello. That's all you're gonna say to me, isn't it? I love that they talk in symbols too. Okay. This is like I've been to that building. It's in Independence, Missouri. Um hmm. I'm not ready to make a lot of guesses yet. I'm trying to get all of the context I can first. All right, we've got moon and stars. We've got the temple has been blocked off, and there's stormtroopers. um, uh, we're gonna go with soldier. You heard in defense, Missouri, instead of Independence, Missouri. My husband is grew up in the Community of Christ, which is the we've been through this on stream before, but it's the modern name for what used to be called the Reorganized Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I think. I don't remember. They're not the super conservative like the Brighamites out in Utah, but they do include the Book of Mormon, but they're like way super liberal. Like if you start spouting blasphemy, they're most likely to make you a preacher. Like if you start spouting what would be considered blasphemy, they're likely going to have you preach. And their main temple is in Independence, Missouri, and it looks like that spiral building. Sharp-headed people fiercely defend their donut mold. I would defend my donut pan with a vengeance too. Okay, so oh boy. It looks like, okay, and this is, I wonder what they actually were. Do they also think caffeine is a sin? No. Pretty Witchery, no. They do not have those same strictures. Like, part of the reason we didn't get married the day it became legal is because Philip wanted to get married at church. And so we had to go through the church's marriage counseling before we could get married. But we were married by a faith that includes the Book of Mormon. Like we were married at a church in front of like the whole congregation and had our reception in the church basement of a church that includes the Book of Mormon. So yeah. They can carry on then. Yeah. sadly, they have been a shrinking denomination. Amy Dallin came up with the bear name for the guys with the swords. She called them Angletagonists. Oh, that would be so much fun. I've been taking this way too seriously. I do have apples, but I also made 9 dozen cookies this weekend. Maybe I can wait on donuts, but you could make apple fritters. You met a bunch of Mormons when you were 15 through RP. Did my best not to point out all the rules they were breaking with the content of their writing. Oh dear. A lot of my friends in high school, like just because they were in the drama club, were Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I didn't really know. It was just another church. At the time, I had no idea. But God, so deity, man or human, I said person. Devotee, I had as priest. Warrior, I had as soldier. I'm familiar with the smell of cult in the morning. They smelt like cult. All right, so, but now I have to go back and see what all these things said now that I have a general sense. There are still words I don't know, I think. Okay, plus there's parts of it missing. Man, or men, unreadable. Yeah, like, no idea. Although I wonder. Women? I guess I don't need the question mark. I want to say bed. It's not, but it looks like it's a bed, but that's not what the word is. I think it's sunrise. Possibly. Land would be a good guess also. Bless. Nightfall. All right. So women, sunrise. I don't know if that's at all correct. I suppose we'll learn. We were guessing God bless man, human, man, human. And this is men, devotees. I'm really curious as to who we are. We woke up on a stone slab and we don't know the language. Devotees. Oh, it's not nightfall. Okay. Devotees, God. Building? And this is not locked. This is something else. I don't have any idea what this is at the moment. I don't know if this is sunrise. It might be fields. Temple might be. I mean, this one we fully translated. Soldiers or warriors closing the door. Your Zoom meeting's over! Yay! Congratulations. Their kite got trapped onto the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and they're trying to work out who's going up to get it. See, these murals aren't that hard. When you leave your phone in a public bathroom. Why would you leave your phone in a public bathroom? I will accession it. They... It happened today. Oh, Sterling. They broke a window with it, so old Mr. Wilson is gonna be mad. I'm just gonna start accessioning everything you leave behind. You... Something... Stairs door. Oops, sorry. Oh my god! Sterling! That was harsh. And the cookies you were chastised for eating today. You didn't leave me behind. You didn't have a choice. I did not tell Sterling that he could take cookies. I did tell Sterling he could come into my office whenever he wants, but he's trying to be good and ask for an escort back there. Person man, person man. Oh, shoot. I wasn't paying attention. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, God. Soldier. Apparently I win by choosing God. I win again. It's like rock, paper, scissors, but with humans. I lost. Oh, soldier. I think soldier beats devotee. Warrior defeats devotee. 3, sir. 3. 1, 2, 5. Yeah, I have no idea what this symbol is. Your captains say soldier pizza. My captions. I don't know. I don't know. I really hope that all this large language model AI stuff improves automated captioning. So far, it hasn't. Why did the soldiers close the door? Oh. Okay, this this almost makes sense. They want to go into the temple. I want to go up the stairs to the temple. You help me. block. Stop. Apparently, a number of places are altering content creator terms of service to give them unfettered access in order to create derivative works. Which Hank said, hey, if that means captions, great, but that's not it. Right. Like, I'd be totally fine with large language model, get better at caption. Great, wonderful. But that's not what's going to come from it. That might be a side benefit that happens peripherally by one or two people off to the side that work on it because they see that it's what we should be doing. But that's never going to be something that raises lots of money. So that's not the primary purpose that the LLMs are going to be used for. Giant door, tiny walls, the height of security. I'm a devotee. God blessed me. Temple me. I want to go in the temple. Oh. Well now. Alt. Who goes there? While we unravel this language, time runs short. Keep in mind, we've only got 15 minutes left, and I totally wish I could have done this in symbols. That's a lot of symbols for no. This game has more game. We will be heading to Althaven for the Streampunks very shortly. Tonight, it is not the last Excelsior, though. It is Noirville 312. Noir's Marvel game. I always play Power Wash Sim. It is... I have over 600 hours of Power Wash Simulator. It doesn't make me fall asleep, although sometimes it could, but like Star Trek Online used to make me fall asleep when I was doing PvE team events. I would just start to nod off because it was the same events over and over again. And I knew them well enough, I could fall asleep. But yeah, Power Wash Simulator gives the good chemicals with the dings. For an extra challenge, play Power Wash Sim while you're getting power washed. I'm uncertain how one gets power washed, but it sounded vaguely sexual to me, so I'm gonna say ding. Danger. Computers plus water is bad. Is that a euphemism? That's what I thought. Oh. Why do I have a temple and a starfighter? Like, why is there a TIE fighter? Why is there a TIE fighter? Huh? What? Is this a teleporter? I have to answer them to teleport to a new place? Elevator. We're gonna have to figure that out later. I am intrigued. I am excited by this game. I love that this is an entirely language-based game. I do like that they did build in, as long as you're getting close enough to be able to understand a concept, it'll lock in some words for you for sure. Did you try Heaven's Vault or Tunic? I have tried Tunic. I've not tried Heaven's Vault. I think somebody mentioned it once. Hmm. So these are going to be related terms, and I don't quite know. Spent the last week with Heaven's Vault. Want to slap the protagonist, but the game is great. Due to musician dispute with the company, but Heaven's Vault is a great game. You can pet the cat! I love it. You can pet the cat. What's the password? Petting the cat is the game now, yes. Apparently I am not welcome in there. Oh. Well, considering that they're in a desert, I guess I understand all the water now. Please, you building me. I don't think that's quite right. Follow? So how would that change the... Okay. Follow me. Okay, but where did you go? You can't say follow me and then just run away. Oh, you were right there. You found me! Oh, thank you, Pretty Witchery. I don't know if it was follow. We'll see. Okay. More. Yeah, we'll be heading over there in just a mo. I'm just gonna find this. I'm gonna continue playing hide and seek with the little child for a moment. Ah, wait, I heard the giggle. Oh. Are we done? You stop something. Me stop. All right, I'm done playing. I have to go join the group on the stairs. Hello. Oh, wow. Okay. This is found. This is search. I was thinking run instead of search, but I don't remember what. That's wrong. Okay, so those are both wrong. Right? Because if I do... Oh, they all... I do not know. But we're gonna quit the game because it is time to head over to Althaven. I'm excited to play more of this next week. I'm quite enjoying it. I'm very thankful that you all introduced me to this game because, oh, this game is perfect for me. Like, really, really is perfect for me. I may put this on the full playthrough wheel. Just myself. Let's see. Credits. We are going to be raiding over to Althaven for Noirville 312, the Marvel game GM'd by Noir. Thank you to my moderators. I still need to update this graphic because Sterling belongs on there too. Thank you, Was Not Worth It, for being a subscriber over on Coffee. Thank you for the raid and Simplex Pachinko, and thank you for the follow and Stucky. Simsilica, thank you for the 300 bits. Congrats on the 10 stream streak, Hannah. Thank you everybody for just being here. I had a great time. I hope that you had fun. My next stream is Wednesday, and it will be pulp science fiction item from the archives. Starting a look at the items that were in a 1940 letter to the editor by Sam Moskowitz, published in the first issue of Comet, that listed what he considered to be stories that by 1940 already counted as classics of science fiction, and we're gonna look at those stories. So it's gonna take more than one stream, but we're starting that on Wednesday. I'm gonna set up the raid over to Althaven, and I encourage you all to join me. Get some superhero action going on. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope that you had a good time. I hope that I will see you all again soon. And until I do, get out there and do some shenanigans.